Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how super quick and easy it is to install SuperATV's flip windshield on the RZR Pro XP. The first thing that we're going to do, if you have a factory Polaris roof installed on your machine with the light bar mount, you're going to want to go ahead and remove the 4 front screws. So you'll have 2 here and then 2 in the same location on the opposite side. You can just leave your screws in there. There's no need to completely take them out of the roof. We'll just have to pick up on the roof enough to get our windshield slid into place. Then you're going to want to take your windshield, lay it up on your machine to make sure that it fits properly. So now we're going to go ahead and remove our protective film. We'll want to do this to both sides. We're going to rotate it around to this side because we're going to be installing our bulb seal to the lower portion of the windshield. So we're going to go ahead and grab our bulb seal, and it's a straight bulb seal, so it doesn't matter which way you install it. And I like to kind of go through and spread it apart just a little bit at first to make it easier to install. You don't have to spread it out a ton, just a little bit, just to help you get it on a little bit easier. You can also, a trick that I've always used is take a 1/4" extension and just slide it down through there. That works really well, especially when it's cold. This bulb seal gets a little bit difficult to install. You can soak it in some hot water. That'll make it really easy to get installed. We're going to start right here on this corner where it almost rolls up. Start it there. And as we go around, we're going to make sure that we're really pressing it in to the contours of the windshield here. Make sure that it gets fully seated. Then once we get to this portion right here of the windshield, we'll just want to take something to cut with and cut off the excess. Just go back through, make sure we got it fully seated. Once we have it fully seated, we're going to go ahead and get our windshield drug back here to us a little bit. Once we have it laid like this with our brackets, our hinges facing up towards us, if we are running the roof that has the light bar made onto it, we are going to take a piece of our gasket. We're going to run it all the way down and across this top section of the windshield. And then once we get right here to this section, we'll just go ahead and cut off the excess. Then we're going to go ahead and remove all of the screws out of our clamp. We'll do this for both sides. And this next step, it's nice if you do have somebody to help you. Obviously, it's not a necessity to have somebody. I'm going to be doing it alone today, but just to get this windshield on here, it is kind of a big windshield. Makes it a little bit easier if you have somebody here to help you. We're just going to take it like this. I'm just going to roll it up. Line the clamps up on the cage. We're just going to slide it into position, and you'll want to get it up there as far as you can. And you want your bulb seal to be laying on the hood just like this, almost on the top portion of the dash. We're going to go ahead and grab our hardware that we previously removed from all of these clamps. We're just going to go through and get it all started. That way it holds it in position here for us. So we have all our hardware started and kind of loosely tightened by hand. We haven't fully tightened anything just yet. And we're going to go ahead and get in our hardware kit here, and you're going to see there's 2 nuts in a bag. These are going to be for our shocks. So we're going to go ahead and lift our windshield up and then grab our strut and slide it through the top hole in the center. And we'll go ahead and take the nuts that we just got out of our hardware kit. We'll go ahead and we'll get those started. We'll do that for both sides. And we're going to go ahead and we'll tighten up our hardware for our struts. So I like to just lift up on the windshield a little bit as I'm tightening the struts down. I'll do that for both sides. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my windshield's flat across all the way. So kind of tighten these clamps down a little bit more by hand so they don't want to rotate on me. Now we're going to grab our bracket assembly, and we're going to go ahead and remove all 4 screws out of the clamps. We're going to go down pretty much as far as you can go on the cage here. We're going to do the same thing as we did with the other clamps. We're going to go ahead and hand start and hand tighten all the hardware here. So that's what it should look like whenever it's on the driver's side. We'll do the same thing over there on the passenger side. So once we have our hardware started, we're going to go ahead and grab our catch, and then the catch support, and then 2 of our M6 screws and nylock nuts. Go ahead and drop our screws down through our support here, and we'll slide our handle into position. And get our nuts started. We're going to leave these loose as well because we do have some adjustment here. So what's going to happen is our catch is going to go down here and it's going to latch on just like this. But we're going to go ahead and leave this loose, and we're going to do the same exact thing with the handles on the opposite side. Next, we're going to get into our next hardware pack. We'll have the same exact hardware as the handle and support that we just installed. Now we're going to install our catch. And the catch is going to install just directly to our lower brackets. I like to go ahead and pop my screws through just like this. We'll just go ahead and slide it right through. And again, we're just starting the hardware. We don't want to fully tighten anything until we know where we need to make our adjustments. We'll go over here to the opposite side, do it the same exact way. What I like to do, kind of figure out where all my adjustments are going to need to go. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my handle here. Just like that. Okay, so it looks like I'm at the top of my adjustment there. So what I like to do is, I know at the top of the adjustment it's going to stop it and it's going to latch properly. I like to take it down just a little bit so that way it ensures a super tight fit to the hood. You gotta really run these in equally, or they'll want to get crooked. So then we'll check it. And that latch is good there. It's taking it all the way up against the hood, just like we want it. See, there's no gaps, the bulb seal's making contact. This side is done, this side's good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the hardware for my brackets that attach it to the cage of the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up all the hardware on this side, the top clamps and everything. And I like to continue to check to make sure everything stays lined up as you tighten everything down. And it's in the same exact spot. This side's completely done. So now we're going to go over here to this opposite side. Do the same exact thing. We're just going to go through and adjust it and get it where we want it to be. So now all the hardware is tightened down. We're going to latch it on both sides. We are going to go ahead and reinstall our roof hardware for both sides. And there you have it. That's how super easy it is to install SuperATV's flip windshield on the RZR Pro XP. For more information on this flip windshield or any of SuperATV's great products, feel free to give us a call at 855-743-3427 or check us out online at superatv.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.